Okay, I'm at my last stop for Woodinville Crush 2012, and I've got Mike Stevens here, and he's going to be talking about destemming, I believe?
Destemming and crushing, that's right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Part of the glamorous part, right?
Yeah, so our fruit comes in early in the morning, and it's nice and cool and fresh. If they're whites, we go right whole cluster into the press behind me here. It's about a 6-ton press. We'll get about 10 loads of these picking bins in there, and allow that juice to get separated right away from the skins and the berries, so that it doesn't develop any color. And it's nice and clean and fresh. From the press, the white wines will be pumped right into these large tanks. We've got some 3,000 gallon tanks and some 5,000 gallon tanks. One right here that's full of Viognier that's working away right now.
Oh, I like your Viognier.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Good. For reds, they'll start the process a little bit differently, and we'll take them up into the hopper up here, and you can see how we deliver the wines up into the hopper with a forklift. You want to come up?
There's plenty of room.
There's plenty of room. Use the scissor lift. This is actually one of our first stations for doing some pre-sorting. We'll have folks up here. Actually, this auger will be rotating and pulling the fruit down into the opening, and we'll be here over the top of this, actually pulling out some bad berries or clusters or leaves or anything we don't want to end up down in the destemmer and the crusher. And from this vantage point, you can also see kind of the hopper that's used for the press as well. So, but that comes later for the reds. So we're going to head back down.
All right.
Creepy.
This is fun.
Men's wear, women's wear.
There we
lingerie,
go.
Whatever. Watch your head there. And then we're going to walk around to the destemmer and the crusher. Watch your head here. So here's where the auger is bringing the grapes, and they're dropping whole cluster down into this little receiving bin. Then they come into the destemming portion of the machine. It's a long cylinder with these small holes in there. Inside is a paddle full of arms and these tongs, and the fruit is actually being pushed through and being pulled off the stems. So the grapes will then drop through these small holes, these openings, and the stems will come to the end where they're put into a bin, and they go off to the compost area, and they get recycled for good stuff for our gardens. Down here is the actual crushing paddles, and we can set these paddles any intensity we want. They can be light, they'll rotate here, and they can be a light pinch just to try and release the juice from the skins, and that juice and skin will all end up here on the conveyor belt. And this is where our fun and great volunteers will be sorting fruit. They'll pick out jacks, which are the little stems, maybe any leaves, or what we like to call MOV, material other than grapes.
Okay, so the dead spiders.
So spiders would be included, yes. So once it reaches the end of the conveyor, then it drops into a fermentation bin. So we'll walk over here, and these are about 1,000-pound bins. So we get about 3 of the picking bins of grapes in here once they're the whole berries. So this is full of Cabernet Franc that was brought in on the 4th of October. And it's about maybe 2/3, 3/4 juice to 1/4 grapes. And you can see it's actually fairly dry, you know, and now that it's been fermenting, either with natural yeast or native yeast, or with a little bit of commercial yeast. What we want to do here is develop that tannin, which acts as a preservative, and the color of the wine, and by maintaining contact. So what we have to do is called punch downs, and twice a day we'll come in and we'll do punch downs with the fruit. In the morning when we're testing it for sugar content or pH. Come up here, and this is where we get our workout for the day. Kind of bringing in the fruit in and bringing it up. And just again, making sure we're maintaining contact, getting that juice in contact with the skin, lightly, gentle. So, and now you can see that foam, that's the yeast doing its work and that active fermentation with the oxygen working away as well. Once we feel it's ready, then this bin will actually go back into the press, and from the press right into the barrels. So that's kind of
a gorgeous color.
Phase of fermentation.
Okay, well, Mike Stevens at Brian Carter Cellars, thank you very much, and cheers.
Thanks.